What's going on, everyone? This is Vince from Life with Vince Liu, coming back at you with another episode of BJJ Blue Belt Chronicles, where I document my journey as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Blue Belt. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing so you can follow my journey. Today is a very, very special day. 2 years ago, I attended my first ever Jiu-Jitsu class. And prior to that, it was when I was first starting to get into MMA and watching more UFC, but I've always wanted to learn how to defend myself. Not only that, but I've always wanted to learn some sort of martial art. And I actually live next to a Gracie Humaita. Every time I would go to and from work when I lived in San Diego, I would see their big yellow sign. I've always wondered what it was. Because, I would hear Joe Rogan speaking about it, and this word would get tossed around, jiu-jitsu this, jiu-jitsu that, but I really wasn't sure what it was. Is it some sort of striking? And that's literally, I had no idea. Is it wrestling? So I decided to try it out. So I called in to Gracie Humaita and I asked, hey, would I be able to come in? And they said, yeah, you could be able to come in. We actually have a week trial if you want to see how it goes. You can try it out for a few days, and if you like it, we would love to have you. So decided to go in, and after just the first class, and the class is only just about an hour long, I knew this was something that I wanted to do and wanted to commit to. So the next day I came back, even though I had 6 more days on my free week trial, I decided to sign up for their year membership. And here we are 2 years later, and wow, has it been a journey, and it's been an amazing one. When I first started jiu-jitsu, I was only really going 1 to 2 days a week, and I was hitting the gym 4 to 5 days a week because I was more of a power lifter. The gym was my background. That's how I got fit. And so jiu-jitsu was more of, second or even third in line. But now, 2 years later, it's completely flipped. I'm doing jiu-jitsu about 5 days a week with a private session a week, and then I'm going to the gym 2, maybe 3 times a week. And everything that I do, from running to lifting, it's to supplement my jiu-jitsu. Because it really, when I was on the mats, or when I first started, it really opened up my eyes. It doesn't really matter how strong you are. It doesn't really matter how good you look. If you can't use it, or you can't defend yourself, then why am I doing it? And that's the realization that I had personally. I was lifting crazy amount of weight. I mean, I was deadlifting, like 405 at 130 pounds. I was squatting 3 plates. But when I went on the mats, people that are 100 pounds are beating me up. And I'm like, wow, there's something to this. And I think that's what really made it click in my mind. And that's why I've committed to jiu-jitsu, and everything else is more supplemental right now. And I'm so glad that I stuck with it, and I plan on sticking with it for a long time. And if you've never done jiu-jitsu, just know that there are a ton of benefits. You're not only learning how to defend yourself. Yes, you are going to learn how to defend yourself, and that's what jiu-jitsu is. It's ground submission. So everything that you learn, chokes to arm bars to foot locks to wrist locks, you're literally mere milliseconds away from choking them out, breaking their wrists, breaking whatever body part or joint that it is. And if it came down to it and you needed to defend yourself, if someone comes at you, if someone tackles you, you are going to feel that much more comfortable. Instead of flailing there and not knowing what to do, you'll know what to do, or at least you'll have a good base. And every day that you show up, you're getting a little bit better, and you're going to get more and more comfortable, so that if something happens, you are comfortable in that situation. Another benefit are the physical benefits of jiu-jitsu. So if you're trying to better your cardiovascular system, you're trying to lose weight, there's something about trying to choke somebody else out and them not letting you, and vice versa, or you trying to submit them and you try to manipulate them and they're not letting you, and they're trying to do that same thing to you. You break a crazy amount of sweat, and usually you'll wear a gi during class. And the gi, if y'all don't know, it's the traditional uniform. It's got thick collars, but the gi itself is pretty thick, and by the end of class, that thing is soaking wet. It just looked like you ran it through the washing machine. It's actually worse than if you ran it through the washing machine a lot of the times. And for me personally, as far as physical benefits goes, I used to have a twinge in my hip from when I was squatting super heavy. But since I've been doing jiu-jitsu more and more, it's completely gone away, and it's no longer there. With jiu-jitsu, you're just moving your hips. A lot of it is power in your hips or just movement in your hips. So the more that I've moved my hips, it's actually strengthened my lower body and it's cured my hip impingement. So, and my favorite thing about jiu-jitsu is the camaraderie and the community that comes with it. The people that I've been lucky enough to surround myself with in both gyms that I've been at are really, really good people with good hearts. And the more time that I spend with them, you realize that they're just good people. They come from all different walks of life, from doctors to lawyers to physical therapists to anything and everything that you can think of. Everyone is so helpful. Everyone wants to help out, wants to help you learn, and wants to see you progress. And no one's there to get down on you. No one's there to be negative. Everyone wants to see you grow. At least that's been my experience. And if you don't have that at your gym, or you're kind of just going to class and leaving, I would really suggest getting to know your gym and the people in there. There's a lot of experience in there. There's a lot of wisdom. You can learn not only jiu-jitsu, you can learn about other things and other people, stuff that they do in their day jobs. They're experts in that field. So if you ever need anything, you'll have a connection or you'll know who to turn to for advice. And yeah, that's just been my experience, and it's been a great 2 years, and I've loved every single minute of it. I can't wait to continue and to progress, and hopefully in 6 to 8, 9 years I'll have a black belt. We'll see. The more time that I put in, the faster I'll get there. But even then, I'm not really worried about belts and belt levels and stuff like that. For me, everything else that I just talked about outweighs the color of the belt. I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Other than that, see y'all soon.